All right, we are still here in the Carrollwood area of Tampa, and now we're going to talk about 5 of the downsides of living in the Carrollwood area. Here we go. Woo! I'm Sam, and thanks for coming by the Living in Tampa, Florida channel, or welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We release videos every single week about what it's like to live, work, play, and move to the Tampa, Florida area. I'm also a licensed realtor in the state of Florida, so if you have any real estate specific questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to my phone number or email that are right there on the screen. Today, we are still talking about Carrollwood. I wanted to make this kind of series of videos about Carrollwood. If you missed any of the other ones, we did kind of an overview video and then 5 of the best things about the area. Those are linked above. You can go back and check those ones out and come back to this one if you want, or start right here and then go check those other ones out as well. Just to hit back on some of the positives, really mature landscaping, beautiful, old, interesting homes, really close to the city, really easy access to stuff, and really kind of a blossoming food scene in the area. But now we're gonna talk about some of the downsides, because every area has downsides. Please keep in mind that I moved to the Tampa area about a year ago, so I still try to look at this as if I were moving to the area. I still like to be kind of critical, but also kind of figure out the things that locals care about and the things that locals hate. All right, number 1 downside, and this list is not in any kind of order, but the first downside we're gonna talk about is the schools. The schools in the area do not get great ratings, and a lot of people care about the ratings on greatschools.com or on niche.com. But now is a good time to highlight again the Hillsborough County magnet school system. And actually one of the schools in the area is a magnet school, Leto High School. But even the fact that your normal public schools in the area maybe don't feel good enough to you and you have to go into some kind of magnet system is a downside overall. And a lot of people, when they're moving here, are asking a lot about schools. This is not one of the areas that comes up as an area with good schools. You know, Lutz and Cheval area usually kind of win that conversation, with, you know, West Chase or even like Palm Harbor coming in 2nd and 3rd. And good schools are different to everyone. So I'm really just anchoring this to the great school ratings. And I'll just even highlight some of the school ratings right here. You can see the schools for the area and kind of what they're rated. All right, the second downside of the Carrollwood and Northdale area is it does still feel like you're in the city. And if you're wanting more of a suburban feel or even a way slower feel than the city, this isn't really it. You still have to get on little highways and big highways to get places, and you still feel like you're really in the city, even though you're in a more residential setting. All right, the third downside of the Carrollwood and Northdale area is the prices. The prices of homes in the area keep going up, even though they're older homes. And I've actually been asked about this before, of like, how can the price be the same for an older home as it is for a brand new home? And that is all based on all kinds of things, but it is the case. These older homes that are, you know, 60, 50, 40 years old are just as expensive or even more expensive at times than brand new homes up in the suburbs of Wesley Chapel and Lutz. And the reason they're more expensive is because they are surrounded by amenities, they have mature landscaping, they're on bigger lots, maybe they've been upgraded completely throughout the home, and they are just in a more desirable area to most people. But to hit on some of the prices, you do have some things available in the lower end, in the high 100s, that are like condos and townhouses. But to get into a single family home, you're really getting up into the 300s. And then to get that typical home that a lot of people are asking for when they move here, that kind of 4-bedroom house with a pool, you're really in the $450,000 to $550,000 range in the Carrollwood, Northdale area. All right, and that goes right into our fourth downside, and that is that homes in the area are older. Carrollwood was actually founded in 1959, and houses started being built right after that in 1960. And so the 60s, 70s, and 80s saw a lot of the houses in the area get built. I believe these houses are built very well, but they are older. They do have older looks. They do have maybe even a more dated aesthetic, maybe from the street, that they have like different lines or angles that you're not used to, that don't look like the typical newer houses that were built from the late 90s on. These houses are a lot more unique, and even the neighborhoods are a lot more varied, and each house is different than the next. And so if you're wanting more of a homogeneous HOA community kind of feel, you don't really get that here. And you might still get like a deed restricted community, so it stays very clean here, but you don't get that homogeneous feel of a newer subdivision. Alright, and the final downside of the Carrollwood Northdale area for today is the traffic. Yeah, it's not crazy, and genuinely, I don't think the traffic here is that bad, but since you're still really in the city, you experience a lot of the commute traffic, and especially on Dale Mabry. I mean, I know people that commute from further north on Dale Mabry, and they hate that road so much because they just get stuck on it for so long. It's not that fast of a road, so you go like a normal speed, like 50 or something, and then you stop, and you go and stop and go and stop. And a lot of the roads are like that around here, and that can feel pretty frustrating when you're trying to get somewhere and you're just sitting there going a little bit and then stopping and going and stopping, and you're not able to just kind of set your cruise and go for it and get to where you want to go. And that is the state of the traffic around here. All right, I hope you found this list of downsides of the Carrollwood and Northdale area useful. If you did, hit that like button so I know that this video is hitting in the right way. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Again, I am a realtor in the state of Florida. So, gosh, the bugs are biting me. That's one of the downsides of Florida in general, if you've seen some of my other videos. But I am a realtor in the state of Florida, so if you have any real estate specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out anytime. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for coming by.